We can stream it. Nobody's gonna watch it on streaming, but I do need to stream as much as humanly possible to raise.
Ha ha! Killed that bastard. Sorry, I was getting excited.
Okay, now we're live. You can.
Here we are again with another amazing one-off of F-Zero X, one of the best racing games to come this side of the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation.
You have nailed the douchebaggery of YouTubers to a T.
I mean, I have to listen to them, and then I make fun of them, and then it becomes one of those issues where, like, I try to emulate, and then here we are. So, yes.
Don't emulate douchebaggery. Just.
Well, I'm not emulating douchebaggery. If I were doing that, I would do Logan Paul.
You practically just did.
You're welcome. Hey guys, check out this loot system I got right over here. You can get really awesome things like a pair of shoes or like a pair of shoes or like, you know, some kind of cheap knockoffs you get from overseas.
That's fucking why people like me, I can't grow because I'm not doing the gamer voice, I'm not offering deals, I'm not playing fucking Fortnite, I'm not on Twitch being...
I mean, to be fair, Fortnite is a fun game and they have done a hell of a job at keeping it, like, fresh.
You shut
like,
the
I
fuck
give
up.
Epic Games mad props for doing that.
He doesn't mean that, he's just...
Yeah, I do. I don't hate Fortnite. I just choose not to play it because it's not the type of battle royale I enjoy.
But you can understand what I'm explaining here. You can understand the
didn't say I didn't.
detriment of the douchebaggery that's available on the internet when it comes to stuff like that. Like, okay, I tell people, okay, here's the deal. I tell people I do YouTube and Twitch, and the first thing they hear are those people. That's the first thing they think of. Like Pokemon.
Blood Falcon, you are pissing me the hell off.
Pokemon is notorious on YouTube for being bad. Like, the worst is fucking Pokemon Go YouTubers. They are absolute cancer. Ass cancer. Then there's the regular Pokemon YouTubers, which are just regular cancer. And terrible to watch.
Yeah.
Anywho, F-Zero, everybody.
One of my faves. Now, I just love the sense of speed this game, like, throws at you.
This was my first entry into F-Zero. I did not play the SNES first. I played this first.
I played the SNES. When we were living over there by you, then we had this kid who had a copy of it, so... I borrowed it from him.
And he never came back for it?
Pretty much. Yeah. Which was never a problem to me.
I had that happen once in my life.
Well,
Almost
do you
twice.
remember Smash Brothers, the first time we started playing that?
Yeah, it was borrowed from your sister's friend.
Yep, that's correct. And then they kind of never came back for it, and then finally remembered it.
One time, wasn't even a friend of mine. Just my parents knew his parents, and I borrowed, not Street Fighter, Double Dragon for the Super Nintendo, and I just never ended up going back around the block and giving it to him, and he never came for it either. So he probably didn't care.
Probably not.
He grew up and had a life.
Pretty much. Although, one could say people who play video games also have lives too. I know, I do.
I know I don't. You're right out in front.
You're way out in front.
That's great. Their food. The cheesy knockoff.
Yeah, right. from Family Guy.
Yeah, Timber the Tiger, or whatever name they used. Timber the Tiger, that's Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, I was about to say, that sounds a little bit like a Rareware. So what was your, like, what drew you to F-Zero to play it? Was it just me, or did you actually come up with this on your own?
No, I think it was just bought for me. I don't think I had a say in it.
Really? Because I don't remember you having F-Zero before I got it.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I remember at the time I was collecting as many N64 games as I could, and I was just letting you borrow whatever you wanted to play.
I mean, this game is fun for a bit, but it's not something I would play constantly. It gets too hard. The further in
For
you go.
me, it was one of those games that I just had to complete, so I finished it 100%. And like right here, you could sit there and do the loop-de-loop all you wanted.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong. But I don't know, the music's pretty great. I love the bright colors, the scenery. I love racing games. Just hard to find a good one.
Get back here, Blood Falcon.
Space and spaceships are always going to be a top priority for me. You know, they're always going to get moved up to top of my attention span.
Hell yeah. Dick! Dick!
I got into my first Star Wars versus Star Trek fight the other day with somebody online.
Oh god.
You know what it boiled down to? Which one came first? They based their
Star
entire
Trek.
Yeah, they based their entire argument on Star Wars being superior because it came first. They didn't know the original series existed. They thought Next Gen was the beginning of the show.
Absolutely not. Star Trek came first. They started in like the early 60s.
Yeah.
In fact, if I might say so, I believe Lucas went on TV stating that he adored the works of Gene Roddenberry, incorporated some of the material into his like movies.
He did. It's not hard to find that on the internet, that information.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he incorporated that into the movies. He incorporated a lot of shit into the movies, just to be fair.
Yeah. Especially the making of the ships on a budget. Just go fucking buy a bunch of models from the store and just glue random parts together from different model kits. Boom, spaceship.
Yeah, and pretty much. Well, you gotta give him some props. That was an ingenious idea of his. I mean, personally, I thought so, at least.
I was staring at this game. One of the other things I like about F-Zero is it doesn't make me motion sick, at least.
There's only ever one game that I have ever gotten motion sick from, and that's Sonic 3D Blast.
That's such a cliche one to get motion sick to.
Just the pattern of colors on the game caused me to get extremely motion sick. Like, it took me several years of just playing it continuously to get used to it. Like, it really fucked with me. Dude, I fucking hate you, I swear to God.
Your rival's giving you a bit of a problem there, I see.
Yeah, they're designed with rubber banding in mind.
Oh, yeah. Most racing games do.
Yep, well, most Nintendo racing games do.
I was about to say, most of the racing games I've played do. That's great. I don't remember him being so enthusiastic.
Oh, yeah.
So can we talk?
Speed runs on this.
Do what?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna change the subject. I was gonna say, can we talk about Reggie and his questionable career choice?
Yes and no. See, for me, I see it as questionable, but in GameStop's eyes, I see it as a very smart move, and if there's anybody who I feel could change GameStop for the better, it's him.
But GameStop doesn't need to exist.
Just because they don't need to exist doesn't mean they don't have a right to.
They can't offer any services to the world. Like, okay,
You don't know that yet.
I have thought a lot about this. It's the same as Blockbuster. Blockbuster went under because there was no taking it online and taking it digital. Netflix had already came and conquered. The same thing here. Each game company already has its own network of Nintendo Directs, and Sony has the kind of, I don't want to say superior eShop, but a pretty rockin' eShop where you can just pay a membership and have access to games without having to rebuy each title individually. Now Nintendo's finally doing the same thing. They're just not adding games every month like they should be, and that's pissing people off. And I don't know anything about Microsoft Store, but I don't see how
Microsoft
eBay
did that a long time before Sony ever did. Sony actually been like taking pretty much cues from Microsoft.
Well, we both know Sony steals from both companies because they haven't had an original idea ever, but there's no way for GameStop has no services they can offer after their physical stores close. That's why I'm saying.
I wouldn't rule them out just yet. There's quite a bunch of different services they can offer.
Name one.
Well, those people who do like physical game discs, all the extra swag that comes along with video games to begin with, on top of... Hold on.
Well, there's ThinkGeek, which already does that, and there's other websites that do that.
ThinkGeek's been shut down 100%. ThinkGeek no longer exists.
That's why I brought them up.
That's because GameStop absorbed them.
The stores that would do the jobs that you're saying GameStop can do have gone out of business because they're no longer relevant or needed.
They went out of business because GameStop shut them down, not because they're no longer relevant or needed.
The only reason GameStop shut them down is because GameStop was doing what they did better, and now they're no longer needed. I.e., free market, dog eat dog. A dog ate a dog. Is what I'm saying. I'm not a big fan of GameStop, but there's just no reason for them.
I'm not a big fan of GameStop either. As a matter of fact, when I worked for them, I thought it was the shittiest thing I had ever done in my entire life.
You saw how long I lasted.
You were 2 weeks, and you were too weak. Yeah. If we're being realistic here. Because, you could have lasted even longer than Thomas doing that.
I just didn't wanna.
Alright, well, that's didn't wanna. That's
I also don't think I could have.
You saw how long I lasted.
I don't think I could have back then. I needed help I wasn't getting.
Oh, damn sure needed help.
You never got any either.
No, I found a very healthy outlet to deal with it in. Yeah. The dead zone on this controller is so high.
We were talking... we were talking about our jobs at GameStop.
Who are you talking to? Oh, somebody on chat. Yeah, I didn't hate my job at GameStop, though it wasn't the best one I had. Working in Talladega, I thoroughly enjoyed it because of the people I worked with.
Well, I mean, when it comes to a job, the people you work with, they're either good or bad. There's no in between.
I mean, pretty much, and the people I worked with were great.
Yeah. So it was the company that was sucky. But we knew that. Wow, first place.
Not at that time. So, the company had realistic expectation and goals they would set for each of their individual employees, and I usually blew them out of the water. After I left and started in, the apartment industry, they started coming up with all this insane crap, like the Circle of Life system and all that shit.
That was so terrible.
It is dumb as fuck because, and I experienced this last night because I pre-ordered my Animal Crossing Switch directly through GameStop here in Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Guy called up, hey, do you need any amiibos? Do you need any of this? You know how the annoying guy in South Park did when the kids had the pit of lava?
Yeah. Hey, you guys need any more hot lava?
Hot magma or anything like that? Yeah,
that's fine if it's allowed.
Required to ask me. I didn't get rude with him because I know the company wants him to ask me that. Like, I already know this because I experienced it myself.
Yeah, back towards the end of our GameStop's run here, I remember they had Thomas calling customers to say, your pre-order is like a week away, don't forget. And I asked him, how many people do you have to call? And he's like, oh, Chris left me a notebook full in the back I'm supposed to do before tonight's over.
Oh yeah, and Chris was supposed to do that himself. He wouldn't do it, and that's what made him a worse manager than Brittany.
Yeah, he ran that place into the ground. Then they gave him the mall store, and he ran that place into the ground.
Oh well, they already knew they were going to be closing the mall. They just put him up there to fill a position until they did.
Yeah. But yeah, we a subscription to Buttfuck magazine. Yeah, I think that was one of the more annoying parts of GameStop. I wouldn't hate them with the vigor that I do if it weren't for their overbearing sales pitches of like, you sure you don't need this or need that? We're able to sell on this. I don't care.
Exactly, and that's why I was so successful. I wouldn't push it on people. I would just make a casual mention of it, and most of the time they would just be like, you know what, actually I do kind of want that. Okay, let's get you set up on it.
Well, my thing is, consumers don't know what they want. They're stupid.
And that's why instead of just being, pushy with it, I would be like, hey, we have this extra item you can get along with this game, like the strategy guides and whatnot. I mean, if you want to finish the game and brag to your friends, you could do that.
God. But yeah, where the conversation started, Reggie, I thought Reggie, he retired and he said he was going to retire,
not just from Nintendo.
Well, he said he wasn't just going to retire from Nintendo, he was retiring, unless I've been given incorrect information.
I'm just saying, like my dad pretty much retired, they made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Yeah, they usually do when you're good.
Yeah, and Dad pretty much just got an offer he couldn't say no to.
But we like Reggie.
Asked him to come back. Well, they asked him to come back, and Dad said double or nothing, pretty much.
Shiny says you were the only instance of a GameStop employee actually making his experience positive.
Tell Shiny my overall experience with GameStop was not 100% positive, especially when I moved to the Birmingham market. My district manager was an absolute piece of work. She also was very sexist in regards to not promoting men within her district. She only wanted to promote women. And that was 100% the entire reason I left GameStop. I said, well, consider this my 2-week notice. I'm finding something better. A close friend of mine hit me up and said, hey, I got this position in leasing. You would probably fit the bill. Do you want to go for it? I said, you know what? Sign me up. Let's go for it. And here I am. I went from a semi-sales position to a direct sales position in leasing, but I still get a decent hourly pay. Oh, shit. Slowed down right there. Son of a bitch.
He says you took the leap.
I did take a leap, and I have not regretted a moment of it since. Considering how bad GameStop's been hurting here lately, more than likely they've closed down a couple of their locations in the Birmingham market, so I probably would have been one of the employees to get the axe. Here's the thing, I was doing so well for GameStop when I worked for them that they were having me work at multiple locations as an assistant manager. They literally didn't have an assistant management position for me, so they changed my title to assistant manager per me telling them, if you guys don't do something, I'm going to find a different place. And then had me working between 3 different stores. The 280 store, the Hoover store at the mall, the Galleria, and the Vestavia Hills Parkway store.
I can't believe you're not flying off the ledge.
It's not that hard to control.
It is for me.
But yeah, when I worked for GameStop, just in our region alone, I was the top sales, the top pre-order, and the top pro card customer. because instead of just pushing it onto people, I would actually try to spin it in a way to get them to understand, hey, you're going to save money regardless with this card. So, like, let's say somebody signed up for the Pro card and they were buying two $50 games, like pre-owned wise, and then another, like, $20 game. Well, dude, you've just about paid for the card right there. Why not go ahead and sign up for it? If they said no, I would just leave it at that and let them continue.
See, my thing is the card only saves you money if you are buying a high volume of games. If you buy one game every 5 months, the card's costing you money.
Depends on what you're buying.
That's was me.
The key thing with it.
Well, see, that was me. Like,
oh, I know, and you're the type of person I wouldn't have offered. Like, I would still offer it to, but I wouldn't push it, and I didn't even push it with any of the other people.
But it got pushed on me regardless, not by you, but by GameStop employees, period. They don't know me. Bitch, they don't know my life. So it's their job to push it on me regardless. And I found that annoying. I'm very Ron Swanson. I have apples for sale. You have money and want apples. You give me the money, I give you the apples. End of transaction. I don't want your...
That's Mitch Hedberg. That's not Ron Swanson.
It is also Ron Swanson. That was in an episode of Parks and Rec. I chose that because more people would know that than Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, but Mitch Hedberg is, well, he's a little bit niche. He's still pretty awesome, too. So, Yahoo!
Just, I don't want a newsletter. I don't want to put my phone number in. I don't want a value card. I don't want discounts or coupons. Don't you dare text me or email me. I just want to hand you some money and I want to leave. That is the end of my transaction with every shop, period. Which is why I am absolutely in love with buying things online when I can, and all my games are digital at this point. It's just so annoying. Oh, your rival's actually giving you a run for your money. Uh-oh.
Oh no, I knew exactly where I'm at.
Yeah,
Yeah, boy knows this shit.
He says he never worked at GameStop, but the hours are terrible. Yeah, the hours were a terrible part of GameStop. They didn't know how to divvy their hours up correctly, or they would leave it up to their manager of the store to divvy them up, and they would divvy them up in the most, like, stingy way possible.
I'm aware. I bet you do. Yeah, I still can't pick Lily up. I already set aside time for it anyway. Probably because one of your cats took a huge-ass dump.
Yeah, I agree. He does make this shit look easy. I'd have flown off so many times and blown up.
Hold on, Eric. So, did you get the position?
I won't know yet.
Oh, that's some horse shit.
But I'm pretty damn sure.
Well, that's some horse shit because the entire concept of them coming here was to offer it to you.
No,
It was just a meeting.
Arrange a meeting.
Yeah. But I'm pretty positive that title is mine.
It better be yours, if not.
I already know.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons I don't play games with Tyler anymore. You fucking can't. It's impossible.
What do you mean you can't?
If it's a competition, you can't play with him. It's just wasting your time.
Are you talking about how good I am at this game?
Listen to him.
I mean, I am good at this game.
Yeah, but
There's
you're
no
not
denying it.
snooty about it.
I'm not being snooty about it. I said, are you talking about how good I am at this game? Whee!
No, I'm talking about how good Jim Bob is.
I mean, I literally spent a lot of time on this game perfecting and beating it, so...
It's not just this. It's Smash.
Do
it's
you know
Pokemon,
why,
it's
though?
everything.
Do you know why, though, I spent so much time on this game? Because at the time, the FZero X expansion kit had gotten announced for the 64DD, which also had a release in the United States at the time. And Tyler was getting super freaking excited for that. Like, a disc-based console that was Nintendo. Like, I had already played the PlayStation by this point, and I was like, you know what? I want that. And then Bupkis. Shit didn't happen. And I got disappointed as fuck.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to
Hola.
FZero.
To the world of tomorrow. Why does the dude sound like his nuts are in a vice whenever he's saying 3, 2, 1, ow!
They were going for that future if you start from the 80s.
No!
Oh! It's the first time you fell.
Well, I was trying to knock the dude off the edge and I overshot it a little bit, so.
Yeah, they were trying to go for like, this is the future if you start from the 80s and skip the 90s.
This is the future like if the dude's nuts get caught in a vice and he tries to talk.
No, I'm trying to tell you, I know why. I know the legit reason why.
I know why as well, but I'm trying to tell you, him having his nuts caught in a vice sounds much funnier. No.
I can't think of that. I can't remember the guy's name. Max something or another. It was a show in the 80s.
Oh, you're talking about not Mad Max. It was they made a lot of toys of that show.
No, it was computery robot guy. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, you're talking about Reboot.
No, not Reboot. He was in Back to the Future 2. Or yeah. Remember Back to the Future 2 when he goes into the 80s cafe and like the president of the United States is on a screen, and then I think the leader of I can't remember what country it is on the screen, and they get to arguing, and he's like, "Hey guys." That was based off of an 80s show done in that style. And if I had the ability to Google it right now, I would, but I don't.
Are you talking about Flash?
No, hang on. I'm gonna Google it. This is gonna
Just
drive me
pull it up
crazy.
on your phone.
That's what I'm doing.
I hope so. Eric, find out the answer. But yeah, I had to unlock all the characters in here. 2, 1. What? Haha, hit you.
Max Headroom. A fictional artificial intelligence character known for his wit and stuttering, distorted, electronically sampled voice. He was introduced in early 1985. The character was created by George Stone, Annabelle Yankel, and Rocky Morton.
Yeah, that was the Max Headroom thing they did on, not YouTube. What was it? Like when they sniped the broadcast?
Was it Matt? Hold on. Should be a wiki here for it.
Jerk.
You got horsepower.
Jerk.
Oh, there you go. Damn. He was the first computer-generated TV personality, although the computer-generated appearance was achieved with prosthetic makeup and hand-drawn backgrounds. Preparing the look for the filming involved a 4.5-hour session in makeup.
Jesus.
Which the guy describes as grueling and not fun.
I can imagine so. Having to sit anywhere for a couple of hours just to get makeup on for a TV show had to have sucked.
Max Headroom, 20 minutes into the future. But yeah, that's what I was trying to explain about FZero has that aesthetic to it. Or that guy on the monitor that's doing the countdown has the Max Headroom.
Aesthetic?
I said aesthetic.
It's aesthetic.
I say what I want to say. You say what you want to say.
You know, you can also Google the pronunciation of a word and it'll tell you how it sounds.
You could also shut up.
Oh, man. Boom! We win!
That's it? We did all the stages?
Nah, well, all that cup stages.
Damn, that was just one cup?
Yeah. Where are we sitting at on time-wise?
We're at 30 minutes. We're good.
Damn.
That's a full episode for us. Now,
Yeah,
here's
you
the
want to
thing.
come back and revisit.
I was gonna say I can just make this a series, and you just do a cup each time.
I'm game for that.
I'll make a playlist for it when I upload it.
Because I'm game for going through the GameCube. Or not the GameCube, but the
All right, then it's decided. You'll do each one of the cups.
Like, because each of the cups is maybe about 5 to 10 minutes apiece.
How many have you done today? I didn't count.
2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just spent a decent bit talking and in the menus earlier.
That's true. Well, look at you. First place.
I mean, yeah. What'd you expect? Boom! Look at my smiling, retro, awkward face.
Smugness.
Smugness. Smugginess. I'm imagining it's pretty smuggy where you're feeling at right now, huh? Alright, man.
All right, that's
Death Race.
gonna do
Hold
it.
on, I want to do this for a minute. I want to
What are
do
you gonna
Death
do?
Race right quick.
What's Death Race? Oh.
Pretty much you just run around and knock all the characters out. I'm trying to remember exactly how to do it.
All right, go for it. I think it keeps going until you knock everybody out, and it's like go for time.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly.
I don't remember how to spin, or if you could spin. I don't think you could spin in the 64 version. I think that was
Yeah,
GX.
you could. I just saw like character doing it earlier.
Oh.
I just gotta remember how to do it. It's like Z and R at the same time or something.
Yeah, we touched on it earlier. It didn't make me dizzy as a kid. I thought it would. When I first played this, I thought it would make me real nauseous or sick, but it didn't. It just... I can't clear the game 100%. I can do a lot of the early stages.
Boom! Got one of them. There we go.
28 left.
Ha! Got another one off the ledge. Nope, nope. He made it back on.
I did play the SNES version.
Boom!
No.
Got Black Shadow. You jerk. Got you.
Mail call. The tips from my Switch controller just got here. Uh-oh. I ordered these on Wish. They came from China. It was good knowing you guys.
Shit. Oh shit.
Well, it was nice knowing everybody.
Boom, got you. That's right.
Do you still have the little Smash Bros. Tips I
damn it.
gave you?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
I just don't use them. Well, I got 8 of them.
That's not
I was
bad.
just wanting to remember how to do this.
Disinfect.
All right. Well, that wraps up tonight's stream, doesn't it?
Yeah, question though, before we go, how do you want to tackle the GameCube version? Do you want to emulate it too in the future, or?
I mean, that's what I was gonna have to do. Unless I, like, installed the Wii stuff on the Wii U I have here and then emulated the GameCube directly on that, but I don't think most of the games run 100% on it.
Okay, we'll discuss it later offline.
Alrighty, man.
All right, hang on before you hang up on me. You always hang up on me when we're done streaming.
I'm not hanging up yet.
Okay.
I'm
right.
still here, Jack!
All right, thanks everybody for watching.
Goodbye! Come again!